Let's face it, you compare yourself to others. And no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I do the same thing myself. I'm down here, by the way. Hey. So because we tend to compare ourselves to others like a measuring stick, well, we like to know how those around us are doing. Am I happier than average? Is my cholesterol better than average? Am I taller than average? Am I wealthier than average? Fake money, by the way. So, I'm going to reveal if you're poorer than average or if you're wealthier than average. But here's the thing. How do we judge how we do this? Because, for example, I live abroad. I live in the Philippines. Now, Filipinos have an average net worth of $10,000. The average American's net worth is over 10 times more than the average Filipino's net worth. So obviously, we have to decide how you're judging yourself. You have to judge yourself by where you live, so the United States of America, but also your age bracket. So let's go ahead and start judging ourselves by those around us. Back in September of 2020, the Federal Reserve released its survey of consumer finances, and in that survey, it actually outlines the average net worth of Americans, and it goes ahead and it even shows us by age. And that is what we're referencing today when we're deciding if we are wealthier or poorer than our counterparts, than our other fellow Americans. We're gonna start with the ages 25 through 29. So the average net worth of this age group is actually $28,707. But here's the thing, the median net worth of this age group is actually $8,216. Why is this? To understand the huge difference between average net worth and median net worth, what I did was I printed out 7 different numbers. And if you add these numbers up, we got 23, 38, 2 billion, 92, 46, 4, and 66. If you add these up and you divide by 7, because there's 7 numbers, you get the average. And the average is 285,714,324. What's the median of these? So to get that, we're gonna cut these out. And we're gonna string them from lowest to highest. And so what we get here is a median. The very middle number is going to be 46. This is a bit different than the 280 something million number that we got for the average, right? And so that is a representation of why billionaires and people who make tons of money skew averages, why we can't use averages, but we need to use the median. For those of you who don't know what net worth is, think of it like this. Let's say you take all of your assets and then you subtract that from all of your debt or your liabilities. Let's give an example. Let's say you have a 401k balance. Let's say you have cash in the bank. Let's say you have a car, right? And then you have home equity. And then you take all of your debt and you subtract all of your debt, and the number that's left over out of all of the things that you have, that is your net worth. Next, we have ages 30 to 34, and here's what's interesting about this age group. This is where the biggest jump out of any age group occurs. Now, maybe, this is where adulting kind of starts, right? And so this is where people gain the most money in net worth. So the median net worth of this age group is actually $35,112. Now that's up from $7,512 in the age group before that, which is a 367% increase. So basically the way to think about this is if you're in that age group and your net worth is more than $35,000, hey, you're doing better than average. Or I guess I should say median. So next up we have ages 35 through 44. So the median net worth of this age group is $91,300. Now remember, this is up from $35,000 in the previous age group. Next up we have ages 45 to 54, and here the median net worth jumps 85% to $168,600. Next we have ages 55 to 64, where we get a 26% increase, growing to $212,500 for the median net worth of an American. And last but not least, we got 65 till 74 years old. Here the median net worth increases another decent amount, 25%, ending at $266,400. So wherever you fall into this whole thing, guess what? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are where you should be. If you're better than the median, you can still be under where you should be for your net worth for your age group. And that's the whole thing about this. So if you do want me to make a video on where each age group should be in terms of net worth for retirement planning, let me know and I'll try to make that. But what I really want to talk about is the most detrimental time period, which is that time period, remember, age 25 to 29, and then age 30 to 34. Do you remember that over 300% jump in net worth? That's a time period you don't want to mess up, because that's when a lot of wealth should be built. And there are so many people who really just screw up that time period of their life. Bro, I told you I was gonna buy it, man. I told you. I'm doing 3 seconds. I'm gonna have a Tesla. I'm pushing the buy button right now. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
No.
Hey, boss. So about my retirement next week, I think I'm gonna need to postpone it actually by like 3 years. Yeah, apparently I bought a Tesla when I was 25. Congratulations, everyone. You now know how you fare versus everyone else. So here's the deal. Whether you feel good or bad about the outcome of this video, it doesn't matter. And the reason is this next video is going to help you start getting ahead of everyone else. It's only going to take you 10 minutes.